Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review for Reincarnated as a Sword, episode 3. And much as I am really thoroughly enjoying the show, um, Fran, right off the bat, Fran has just been like, she is so adorable. I'm really enjoying her character, but the thing is, she can be quite a badass as a swordsman. And just picking up after we left off, with that one guy who had that red eye, who can see, which he had an ability is called God Sight, so he can see because he knows about the ability, the telepathy between Fran and Teacher of the Sword. So he's a dwarf and he makes a special armor and takes her. He takes her to his shop and which is fine that he makes special armor, but it's only to those people who he deems worthy. And after what he saw at that guild place, he knows that she's a very worthy girl to get some special armor from. So, and he gives her this armor, but of course all the stuff, those materials that he gave to that Fran gave to Nell to get all she could turn into gold and all that stuff. And even the sword teacher is he even sees all these swords on the wall, which he thinks has much have higher attack than he does. But the thing is, though, it's only the attacks may be higher than him though, but due to like a special with a skill or something that he's able to surpass those special swords, because he takes a sword. The guy takes a sword. It was a Gyrus, and teacher he slashes the sword to nothing because he has this special thing, this ability that he can exceed, the attack abilities. So he is truly a powerful sword, and he's asking where did you come from? How was you forged? And there was an indication about these special blacksmiths that are legendary blacksmiths, like especially these godlike swords, right? And they mentioned one sword called Inris. So, and they said that there's like only 5 of those in existence, and he only heard of the one special sword. So, be interesting to see those. So, she gets her special armor, and also she paid for have a sheath for the sword, and also for more special armor, which it takes about some time though. So as she leaves and thanks him, and then meantime he goes out get some special undergarments, and then go out to buy some spices for cooking and dishware and all that, and then he goes to an inn, and gets a room, and the little guild card that she gets now she's an adventurer is also an ID card as well. So now even though she's a child though. But since she has a guild card, which acts like an ID, she can get, and as an adventurer, she can get a room for herself anyway. It was really, and I realized one thing, I'm really enjoying the bond between Fran and the sword. So, because it's like he's becoming more, not only just teaching her and all stuff, but he's kind of become more of a father figure for Fran, which I really enjoy. It's almost like a father figure daughter to relationship, which I really like that, and just like how she's so happy because she's never able to have a nice bed like this, a nice room like this, considering that she was a slave, being beaten by those slave traders, she's never had this kind of she's never had this luxury in her life, so. And the sword, being like the father figure, it's like I'll make sure you get to have a nice bed to sleep in all the time, and you'll never go hungry. You'll be fed all the time. He's been acting like a really good father figure to her. So not only as a teacher, not only as a teacher teaching all his abilities and all this stuff though, but he's become a father figure now to her now. And the other part, he uses the. Which he gets these nice touches where he gets now these ghostly arms that he can use stuff right to move stuff when she falls asleep in bed, right? He uses he can make himself ghost arms to put a blanket to cover her, those little touches I like though. And also just when he uses his own magic to make her dinner, special fried chicken, from his world, right? And very tasty, and then he's able to. After that, she falls asleep. Like I said, he uses those ghost arms to cover her up. So he's become a really good father figure to her, which I like. And as Lisa, he says he'll never go, you'll never go hungry, and you can have this sleep in a nice bed all you want, And I think that relationship's gonna go a very long ways, which I'm looking. I can see that. And so they're off going on their quest as an adventure, like gathering all these stuffs, like these in the forest, like berries or herbs, whatever. And then they hear a battle going on. And there's these three adventurers, a woman, a mage, and a knight. They're being surrounded by goblins, and she intervenes and saves them, and like uses this more cool abilities. Like first she uses like these flaming arrows to take a few, right? But then the sword's like talking, and it's like, teacher, the forest is on fire, and he's like, oh crap, basically. Oh crap! Water! and then just taking all these goblins out, just not only just hacking and slashing these goblins, but also some other cool magic moves, like this stone beret, just like this earth magic, find these little stones, just tears through these goblins apart, or using a fire attacks, like an earth wall, and all this stuff, just cool magical abilities that she can use to kill these goblins, and not just slaying with a sword though, right? And when they're gone, she's able to use this healing circle to heal the three people, right? The three adventurers. And they're even because due to the surprise, because even though she's a child though, but she's very powerful, despite being a child. Also, the thing is though, it also while I'm liking Fran, because she can be pretty good though, but there's also gonna be that little bit of arrogance, because when there's like more reinforcements that are coming, right? Because also we get the description of like those are hobgoblins, and wherever there's hobgoblins, there's also like a ranking of a goblin king, and there's a goblin queen as well. And then she's just trying to take on more and more of them, because she said that she doesn't want to back down from a fight, even though she's pushing herself, even though the sword is telling her we should retreat, because there's so many of them, you shouldn't push yourself. But the thing is, though, she has this thing is like, I will never ever back down. That's when the episode ends, right? So, but she's so determined because, like I said, she wants to never, I know she wants to be strong and evolve like her parents never did, right? Though, but that's gonna be that little bit arrogance, because also the thing is though, that's also stuff like what an arrogant child would do, because she is a child. She's only like 12 years old. She is still a child though, right? But there is gonna be a point in time though where she's gonna, when she pushes herself too much or exhausts herself, she will eventually be defeated, eventually, though. So, and she's going to learn that a little bit of defeatness or humility and humbleness, about it as well. So if she's a child, though, she's going to learn all these grown-up things the hard way, though. Like I said, but humbleness, humility, and learning, you push yourself too far, eventually you will wear yourself out, and you will be defeated eventually, though, right? So that's gonna, maybe we'll see that in the next episode, because it gets cut off when she says she'll never back down. So, despite there is a whole bunch more of them though. But yeah, episode 3 has been really, really great. Like I said, Fran. Episode 1 is about a showcase about it was the sword who was a star, but episodes 2 and 3, it's been Fran. And she, she is very cute and adorable, like how she's adorable when she expresses how the food and the room, with the adorable face she gives, But the thing is, though, she can be pretty badass, though, but with using the sword, though. But the thing is, though, like I said, when even the sword said this, you shouldn't push yourself, there's a little slight bit of arrogance, saying that she will never back down, even despite, though, there's too many of them, though. So there's going to be a time where she's going to learn that humbleness and humility about it, though. About pushing yourself, so. But yeah. But regardless of that, though, it's like setting up, we got her the armor, herself a room and food, all that stuff, and episode 3 has been really good. I'm really enjoying the show so far. I think it's one of the better isekai ones, animes I've seen, in some time, But like I said, it's been very interesting when I first started this. It's been an interesting isekai anime. And for a character in isekai anime, like, I think Franz is rising above like certain ones, I mean, I know there's powerful ones like the time I got reincarnated as a slime and some other ones though, but I think why I say Fran is she's going to be rising up to be among one of those powerful isekai characters. And like I said, it was nice that the sword, he's become not only a teacher though, but a very heartfelt father figure for Fran, you know? Being like, you know, cooking for her, and, you know, tucking her in bed. He's become also a very heartfelt father figure for Fran. And saying, you know, just so nice, the nice things, like I said, even though she'll be a child, but I would like to see her grow up, right? And I will protect her until then, you know, when she evolves, and I'll make sure you'll be fed, and you'll have a nice bed to sleep in all the time. He's just become a father, basically, yeah, I said, a father figure for Fran. So it's really nice to see that. So episode 3, it's a really, really good episode, and like I said, heartfelt stuff like that, you know, I enjoyed, and it's gonna be another really good episode. Like, so yeah, so now they got Chainsaw Man, this show, and the rest of Spy Family. It's gonna be another this good last quarter of the year of 2022 is gonna be really good for me to be reviewing. So yeah, so episode 3, Reincarnated as a Sword. Another thumbs up episode for this. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode review and for more for Halloween month, and we'll see you on the next video. Later.